similar to that. But for Denethor, a guy who at the beginning of the day here, you were talking about his nerves in week 1 were so engaged, I guess we'll call them, that he accidentally made the wrong purchases. Hold on here in the bottom lane. We got Vulcan taking a little bit of damage, but he's leading the charge at the same time. As soon as Blabber shows up, FBI is troll food, and Blabber's taking the first blood.
And they give the kill over to Blabber as well. They had kind of any option to give it to Tactical or Blabber, but he made the journey there. Let's reward the jungle for coming here. All started with a perfect backward satchel charge by Tactical. So nicely done here by Vulcan and Tactical to get the first kill in the bottom.
Yep, and Ignar does a good job of holding the wave outside of the turret there so FBI can get everything. But what I was saying is just Denethor, options are before Palafox buries him.
Palafox takes him down. Loki stole the Akali ultimate there to try and outplay him a little bit, but Palafox lands everything. A good solo kill, so gets the early electrocute, R1. Loki lands his E2 away, tries to use the first half of the Akali ult, and then didn't have time for the cooldown for R2 before he could escape. Palafox gets him.
I really, really like that from Palafox. The sun's still shining, my friend. Off to a good start here in the mid lane.
We're in a heat wave. Palafox summer.
Vulcan, quick damage onto FBI there, but Ignar tries to turn it right back around onto Tactical. Vulcan eating even more damage as he's caught in the very edge of the gravity field. Vulcan flashing away, staying safe for now. Tactical with the Mega Inferno Bomb unlocked, but XU's making his way down to the bottom lane here at the same time. Tactical grabs the kill. XU moving forward. FBI's got to be careful. Blabber is also here. XU with the flash over the wall. Wind becomes lightning as FBI continues his escape, but he's caught by Loki. Now XU wants to get all the way out. Blabber keeps chasing him, but the turret is going to make sure that Dignitas's jungler stays alive.
Yeah, bait there at the end by Tactical, presenting himself as the target with level 6. Ignar goes back in, but then kind of everyone on C9 descends. So Vulcan and Tactical consistently getting the better of these trades. Beautiful hook by Vulcan. They're right in front of the minion wave as Ignar tries to go in for the extended trade. They had a level advantage on the supports. Ends up not mattering that much, but I mean, just this bait right here with Loki and Blabber coming down on this re-engage by Ignar. He's always going to die to the level 6 Ziggs, and then no one can actually make it all the way away, so it ends up being a 2-for-1 because of the Silas roam.
Yep, and then you can see Blabber wanted to try to cut off XU. He even commits the subjugate.
Prevent him from healing, but then just also really good against Trundle overall. Trundle heals so much if they want a chance of killing him later on in the game.
All right, XU starts up the grubs. General strategy applies here. If you get enough time to just burn one of them down with your general kit without a smite. Okay, never mind. We're just going to smite that one down instead. Take it away. Leave and allow C9 to potentially take the other two. Nice crescent guard there. Going to protect him from the Mega Inferno Bomb coming out from Tactical as FBI tries to move forward here with the Arcane Storm, but XU's already been killed by Thanatos, who's made his way down into the fight. Denethor wants to try to heal up in the middle of everybody, but Palafox assassinates Tactical on the very back end of things near the enemy chickens. Now Thanatos in a 1v3, but he's got backup coming in behind him. Denethor with the Q2 over the wall. Vulcan tries to get away. He's down to 50 HP, but Vulcan survives. Thanatos chases FBI as the stolen solar flare hits like an orbital laser, and Denethor is erased. C9 with a 5-3 kill advantage as Dignitas barely misses out on one.
What an interesting fight right there. XU lived for so long at the start of it, and then I'd say Palafox kind of abandoned the team. He went to Narnia to pick up that first kill on his own Akali, and it left the rest of the team.
Yeah, if he has Eclipse and Aftershock active at the same time and Trundle ults him, by the time Aftershock and Eclipse wear off, he'll end up in like negative overall resistance value. Definitely not a fun place to be for a champion that's got to be on the front lines. As Ignar with a Hex Splash forward. Not going to find anything here immediately as the Infernal Drake has already been secured by Blabber. Palafox in some danger, hiding in the smoke for now. XU's going to be targeted by that Trundle. Vulcan very low on HP as they try to fly in and grab a kill, but no, it's Palafox down already. XU's about to die second. C9's already got 2 kills, and they want to make it more. FBI trying to get himself away. Tactical still on the chase. Minefield won't find a slow. Gravity Field protects the victor a little bit longer, but C9, they'll grab the objective. They'll grab 2 kills. They'll grab themselves a 2,000 gold lead.
And I think they're starting to snowball this one just a little bit. Blabber did fall there, but not before taking a bite out of Palafox. Watch how close this timing actually is. So Palafox flies in, lands his E, and then he's going to be going for the execute onto Blabber as Blabber just cues him right in the face. So he's very low, but then actually finds this nice angle, R1E. So he wants to activate the E and then R, and Blabber just bites him as he flies through. Then we'll get some extra healing from his passive, which keeps him alive a little bit longer before Victor ult takes him down. And another...
Thanatos alone won't be able to kill him, but Vulcan coming down here can certainly put a little pressure onto the health bar. Denethor's Q3 not going to hit Vulcan with the sweet spot. Denethor losing about 40% health in the exchange. Ignar shows his face here in the top side brush. Loki's just going to go ahead and step back. XU also making his way up towards the top side. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Denethor going to be forced away yet again. Blabber, Thanatos. Ignar's also coming down. Thanatos goes in for the dive here with the public execution. Denethor low, and he cannot survive long enough. Now, FBI and Palafox both showing up here at the same time as Thanatos will die. Make it a 1-for-1 so far. Blabber trying to get himself away. Nautilus ulti for the defense means that Palafox has to retreat all the way back. So it's a 1-for-1 trade on kills. But C9 get multiple teleports out of Dignitas as well as taking the turret for themselves.
That's the big investment when you try and pull off one of those double TP plays. When two people teleport on the same target, even though there is a restart of the teleport animation, it's very hard to read, so you usually surprise people with it, but they still lose the turret, lose the 1-for-1, and now Loki trying to make something special happen.
Yeah, they want to make this play work, but the problem is right here, Loki is able to go in and grab the kill on Palafox. This is what I was seeing the entire time. He has the stolen perfect execution. Loki's still staying alive for now, too. Does finally get shut down by FBI. But you can see, even when Ignar initially went in, Palafox had to stand to the side. He's like, dude, I don't have the health. I can't go in here. They needed FBI, and Loki still makes it a 1-for-1.
Well, also especially because Palafox built the healing reduction early, still doesn't have his first legendary item, just making him that much weaker. Meanwhile, Loki with the scaling Doran's Helm and the Proto Belt and the upgraded Merc Treads really just sustaining against the two magic damage dealers that are trying to get him. Now the Gunblade is finally completed for Palafox, but big plays there by Loki.
Yeah, Loki coming out good on that one. I feel like he's got a little bit of redemption to earn for himself here in the second game after the Realm Warps in game number 1. 4-2-1 so far on the Silas. Looking good as Dignitas will begin the Rift Herald. They've almost got the Rift Herald ended already, so they can secure that one for themselves. So Dignitas winning the top half of the map neutrals, Cloud9 winning both of the dragons so far, and wouldn't you know it, the third Drake of the game is live now just 16 minutes in. If C9 gets this one, it's a very early soul point, and this is going to cause a lot of problems for Dignitas if you're having to answer every dragon from 20 minutes onwards.
It absolutely will, especially with...
Exactly. How are you supposed to walk up into a river controlled by a Cloud9 that has Trundle and Ziggs? You get pillared, you get the entire Ziggs kit thrown at you, all of a sudden the best thing you can do is hobble back to base hoping you're still alive.
They might try and take the Herald in, but it seems ambitious.
Battle Herald summoned up. XU ready to drive it.
Turn.
Oh, and it just immediately hits a big old stinking traffic cone. Nice job there from C9 as Thanatos jumps into the back line, going for everybody. Potential flash away coming out from Vulcan, but a nice solar flare locks him up. It's already a 1-for-0 going the way of Dignitas, but they got to be careful. Ignar's going to be taken out here as Tactical tries to flash over the wall, but he does die. Loki under pressure. XU finding plenty of damage onto that one. Thanatos and Blabber still looking to fight here with the 2v3. Thanatos is low, but Denethor's not finding the damage he needs just yet. Q3 with the flash finds the sweet spot as FBI kites and fights Blabber, trying to get enough distance here with the power siphon. Denethor coming up, the World Ender. He gets the Q1, he gets the Q2, and he saves FBI. C9, they may have got themselves soul point, but Dignitas wins the fight.
It's a delayed ace by Dignitas. Let's see how they make this one work. So a lot of resources burned early, actually. So pillar down, that will prevent them from being able to stuff the re-engage. And I just see Palafox getting a lot of backline access here. First off, Ignar doesn't get instantly one-shot, which allows Dignitas to turn. Perfect headshot on Vulcan from the LYON ultimate, and then Palafox actually being able to finish off Tactical here. Look at that damage, he was 75% health, flashes as the auto's already started, so he finishes him off, and then potentially target selection here by C9. Thanatos and Blabber split. Blabber can't actually get this kill onto FBI by the end of it, and then falls himself with Denethor landing everything onto Blabber, and FBI just dancing on him with the extra move speed.
The main target you're going after is this long-range mage on the Ziggs. So Palafox's target access, I agree, man, it is absolutely where it needs to be if Dignitas want to be able to bring this one back. C9 still up, 2,500 gold. Denethor is your target. Tries to get over the wall here with the Humble Dash, staying alive for now, but Loki jumps over and follows him. Denethor is already down. Dignitas trapped in a 4v5. Make it A 3v5 almost. No, not quite. Ignar gets away underneath the tier 2 turret. C9 will be happy to find that pick on the enemy top laner, but what can they get from it? The thing is, all 5 ultimates were spent for that. So if you try to start up the Baron, something along those lines, you do have Dignitas still ready to try to answer. Is this Vulcan's mouse again?
It might be. I'm glad we're on this pause screen, though, because we can take a look at the game state. About 45 seconds before that pause happened until the Drake would spawn. I think some of those ultimates will come up during the Drake fight if they started on spawn, but it's kind of a tight timing, and they don't have enough sustained damage to force Baron off the start of that one. So I think the kill matters, but it doesn't matter that much.
So I think the thing is, though, as long as you don't get drunk on the idea of Baron and just go up there and dance around and waste time anyway, if you're C9 and you just say, all right, screw Baron, it's not worth it, just make sure you're first to the dragon. Even if you don't have the ultis, I think you still have so much control with Trundle plus Ziggs together, like I was talking about earlier. You can buy the 15 seconds or whatever you need before the ultis fully come back up just by throwing the stink pillar and the bombs at them. And then as soon as you actually have everything, you're saying, okay, you want to come fight us, let's fight. But the only time I feel like that falls apart is if you're C9, you're thinking about Baron, so everybody's just kind of, you know, doing a square dance around the topside river for no reason. And then, oh, okay, you look at the clock, it's 10 seconds, Dragon's going to spawn, and now you don't have control. You don't have priority. They aren't checking into Trundle Ziggs. So that's really what I want to see from C9. Unfortunately, what I didn't want to see from C9 is also the truth, and apparently Vulcan's mouse has once again gone rogue, so that is what we are waiting on to be stabilized so we can head back into the game.
Vulcan, fix your mouse. Is this the mouse of an MVP? I don't know.
Ah, yes.
I think this
the
retroactively
mouse valuable player.
Hurts his
mouse
case.
Valuable peripheral.
It is.
Yes.
For a League of Legends player, I think it is the most valuable peripheral of all.
Because you could still play even without a keyboard. You would have to do the really inefficient, like, click your ability, click the guy.
Yeah, I know a few people that play with trackpad.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
One of my buddies that I played with back in like season 1, season 2, right? Like old school League of Legends. He only played Darius and he played on a trackpad.
It makes a little more sense.
Yeah, when I ever asked her, I was like, so do you just really love Darius? He's like, yeah, man, I just love Darius. All I want to play is Darius. I just get on my trackpad, run at him with Darius. It's great.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear of trackpad gaming, my friend and his career on Darius from season 2 always comes to mind. Shout out to Jake if you're still out there watching, buddy. God bless that Darius.
Okay, you know who has a working mouse? Soon to be Vulcan. They're restarting his PC 3 to 4 minutes. The Lounge has a working mouse, and they're going to use it, I hope, to break down some of the plays from this game. Is that true, Lounge?
Let's hear it.
Very
presumptuous. Yeah.
Very presumptuous.
It is. Yeah, we were going to do that, but now just to spite you, maybe we won't.
We're just going to sit here in silence. Yes.
I'm just glad I can use my hand again to use a mouse. It was pretty difficult.
You can
for a
change
while
that.
I broke my hand.
Look how tall Emily is. Are you threatening physical violence?
Look at how tall I am right now. Come on.
Oh my God.
That is
All right,
crazy.
let's go over some early plays because we have some.
Like the Tyler one interview meme.
We had some stuff. We got started early in this game with, as you two have already pointed out off camera, the most telegraphed top to bot gank of all time, right? So we have FBI and Ignar pushed up in this lane. And basically, as soon as Vulcan lands this hook, Blabber is going to be able to wrap around for a gank. They're really far up here, and
It is like the most, this is 101.
Just a matchup. There's no counterplay to that.
If you're Exu and you tab and you see what the hell just happened bot lane, did you just tell me a Trundle
fog, right? Because this is what Dignitas sees. The map is pretty dark, so they don't even see Blabber is already invading. All right, we're gonna toss to casters and get back into the game.
Damn, I wanted to flame dig more.
Thank you very much, Emily. We are about to head back into the game. Vulcan's mouse should be just about A-okay and ready to go. But yeah, game still favoring C9.
It is.
Obviously, still possible to win for Dignitas.
Very
And again,
much so.
The biggest thing on my mind, what I'm focusing on right now, is C9 resetting their position and getting ready to play from a spot of priority around this upcoming Dragon Soul. Hex Soul is so huge in this game.
Watch this bot wave. Loki's first to it. He's going to be pushing it out. C9 is going to be getting first setup in this area. Their ultimates will be back on time. Loki's ult is back up. Tacticals is going to be back up in time. I even think Subjugate from Blabber will be up in time. I think Dig is going to try and get mid-prio here. If FBI has his third core item here, he's resetting right now, can teleport back into it. They need to throw everything into this fight. So if it's time to buy elixirs, do it now. They need to win this Drake.
Well, FBI doesn't have the fully completed items, sadly, but he does at least get the ashes to throw in there, so a little bit of extra dot power. Immediately Vulcan going in for a big burst of damage. Palafox is dead! Oh, the soul fight is over before it even begins. Stolen Solar Flare coming out from Loki finds its way onto Ignar. C9 with a 5v4 man advantage. Denethor can't get anything off to the side. Palafox in the wrong place at the wrong time, immediately punished. C9 are loving this.
That's the worst thing that could happen. The reason they were able to win some of these other fights was Palafox getting access to tactical. Just getting hooked and one-shot before this makes this Drake uncontestable.
That might just be the hero play of the game from Vulcan grabbing Palafox right before the Hex Soul spawns. Now a 4,000 gold lead, plus the extra at least that much value in combat power from the Soul itself. I know this is dangerous to say after game one. C9 should win from here.
Well, that's what we said last game, as you said. There's a few streaks as well that are on the line right here. So the last series win for Dignitas 174 days ago. They could win this game and break it. C9's streak was broken last week against TL. As Loki, he might just win this.
Yeah, Loki stays alive long enough with his drain tanking, and now he's got the backup coming in. A little bit more damage might be able to take him out, and yes, Dignitas at least secure the kill, but now they got to be careful because Thanatos is making his way down to the bottom lane as well. Vulcan right behind him. Denethor will be left to the Wolves as it ultimately settles with a 1-for-1 trade down here in the bot lane bloodbath brawl as the mid lane tier 1 turret is removed from the rift. On the Cloud9 side, 2-2 in turrets overall. Honestly, not a whole lot of map pressure in the lanes from either team after 24 minutes of play. Guardian Angel also available on XU, but there's no get out of jail free card for anybody else on the Dignitas side. C9 going in, a little bit of burst of damage here onto Ignar and XU both. Down to half HP on those frontliners. Dignitas also losing half the health on Denethor as well as the Crescent Guard on XU. Public Execution does not find a target thanks to the flash from Dignitas. Solar Flare only gets a slow, no stun to be found. Dredgeline lollipops and pulls Ignar back. Blabber takes a bite out of him. Now FBI's got to be careful. Depth charge onto the enemy carry, and he's already down. Blabber goes on a killing spree. Palafox into the back line, but he only dies. Dignitas is absolutely crushed. Ignar will be the only one to get away. XU loses his Guardian Angel for nothing. And with only Leona left alive with 35 seconds on the nearest respawning Dignitas player, the Elder Dragon is not required. C9's going to march it down bot.
Beautiful patience by C9 in that fight, knowing that the Hex Soul poke from Ziggs was just going to be immaculate. They just whittled them down and engaged at the right timing. C9 is not going to get swept by Dignitas today.
C9's going to bring us to a third game, and for Dignitas, it's shades of week one. A tough game one that they make the comeback in. Then in game number 2, they cannot keep up. It's C9 tying us up, taking us to game 3.
Can't be too excited after that one for C9. They were hoping, I believe, to have a 2-0, but that doesn't really matter as long as they win the game 3. Spam chat now to tell us who you think the player of the game is. Lounge, is Dignitas Summer over again?
Not so fast.
Yeah, well, look.
We're here with Victor Razbanyama to break down some plays.
At the end of the day, if it's summer in London, you never know what the next day is going to be. Is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be sunny? It's definitely going to be cloudy. We're going to game 3 no matter what, so we'll figure it out.
Hasn't it been like record heat? temperatures.
Oh yeah, this is a bad
across
example,
Europe.
actually.
Yeah,
This is a bad example.
I was like, wait a minute.
Raz is up there
Raz,
in the clouds.
yeah.
I'm a late bloomer.
Yeah.
What can I say? Don't look
looking
at the
tall.
bottom
Yeah.
part of this.
Is that like, is it a haircut thing? Or you've been
I do
growing,
think so. I
growing
think
a little
the moment
bit?
I hit the afro, I exceeded.
The
Do I
throw is
even
looking
come
nice.
up to your waist?